Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show. On today's episode, the curious case of Pat Custard. So, to those who have not heard of Pat Custard, which is probably everybody, Pat Custard burst onto Instagram late 2024. I will be going through the exact dates of everything that went down that's public with Pat Custard at the moment. I don't know about his private interactions online with people, but basically he's terrorised the Irish comedy scene for the best part of 2 years now. Somebody is pretending to be a character called Pat Custard. Even has an avatar, like has a picture, like a cartoon picture of himself. It's a large, rotund man with a horseshoe hairstyle, or a monk's cap. A monk's cap, whatever you want to call it. I think there's different names for it. There's probably other ones, but it's a bald head and keeps the bits at the side for some reason. Very large man. Extremely special needs, I think. Like, if you go through Pat Custard's profile, and we will go through it together now. And I have a special announcement to make at the end of this episode, by the way. And I also want to clear another couple of things up. So follow on Spotify if you're listening or watching there. Please subscribe, like on YouTube. Leave a donation if you fancy it to pay for guests' coffee at the Buy Me a Coffee link in the episode description. Thank you. Pat Custard is one of the funniest internet profiles I've ever seen. And whoever was responsible, or is responsible, he's been quiet for a while now, but he was putting up the most outrageous posts on Instagram. You may have heard of, if you don't know, about Pat Mustard. Pat Mustard was a milkman in the cult Irish comedy show Father Ted, in one of the best episodes. For me, it's the best episode. That one and the one with Father Fintan Stack, played by Brendan Grace. Pat Mustard was played by, I have to give him a shout out, don't I, now? Like, come on, what a legend. Played by Pat Laffin, who also played Georgie Burgess in great film The Snapper. If you're not from Ireland, or if you haven't heard of Father Ted and The Snapper, I'd highly recommend you check them out. So Pat Custard, my first thought when he followed me on Instagram was, I thought, first of all, that's a hilarious avatar. Second of all, that's a hilarious name. Third of all, who the hell is that? And fourth of all, how is he so bad at spelling? Now, so unpredictable, Pat Custard. It's a big mystery, and I know this might not seem very. I hope it is. Any catfish sort of situation, I think, is interesting in anyone's book, and it's a classic case of that. This profile fooled hundreds of people and had people asking questions. I mean, in the peak of the Pat Custard hysteria around the start of 2025, everybody was talking about it on the Irish comedy scene. Nobody knows who it was. It was the question on the end of everyone's lips. Who is Pat Custard? I got accused. I got questioned by several people. I was on shortlists of, was I Pat Custard? I had Dane Frisbee telling me I was Pat Custard. No. Several people accused me. And I actually said, I was like, look, I'd love to be responsible for that. It's absolutely hilarious. I belly laughed at some of the stuff. It's just outrageous. And it's just pure funniness. There's no offensiveness in it. It's all related to Custard and being a fake, large, fat man with bad spelling, who just is obsessed with Custard and stand-up comedy, and he looks Now, if you're watching this, you'll see I'll be putting some images up as we go along. But if you're listening, yeah, it's basically a very fat avatar of a man with a wife beater style vest on. I don't like being on my phone during episodes, but this is where he lives. So we're going into the home of Pat Custard here on my phone. He has a large, I'd say it's a 3XL avatar, large shirt with a kind of a grey tie, a bit of stubble, like a 5 o'clock shadow, and then, as I say, the monk's cap hairstyle. Now, there's certain terms that he uses. He amassed 167 followers on Instagram. He is following 424 people and has put up 69 posts. For what I can see from Pat Custard, he wouldn't understand the suggestive humour of the number 69 even. He'd be too innocent. He seems like a very innocent man. Very innocent, very bad at spelling, some sort of special needs. So, I'm going to bring you through a few of his highlights. In my mind, everything is hilarious. If you are on Instagram, type it in. His username is Comedy Custard, which I think is just anybody can. I've seen people do comedy 3 times and then they call their Instagram page like Dan Stevens Comedy or something. It's like, right, I'm comedy now, I'm gonna be a comedian. So this is what Comedy Custard did. Pat Custard, right? It's such a funny name. And I was questioned about this, and sometimes I thought that it was based on me a little bit, that somebody was basing this character on me. And I didn't mind. It's very funny. So there was 3 posts between when Pat Custard burst onto the scene. It was 3 posts in a short span of 2 days. It was a picture of a trifle with berries on top. There was a very nice picture of some apple tart with some custard being poured on it, and some donuts with custard sticking out of them. Didn't look very appealing, but weird kind of. Then we had another post on the side. There was 4. There was another one that was, I think it's called it's a real English one with freckled something, or like a spotted dick. It's a spotted dick covered in custard. So 4 very custardy dishes to start off with his first 4 posts on Instagram. And not really any context. There's no captions, just stuff with custard on it. And it's Pat Custard. Obviously this guy means business and likes custard. Then we had the first clue. It was also on the 30th of December 2024. It's a picture of Ricky Gervais from IMDb, and we have our first caption from Pat Custard. It says in capitals, Fav Comedienne, COMEDIENNE. So nice. Fave comedian, so nice. Bricky Jervis, love. BRICKIJERVISLUV. Fave comedian, so nice. Bricky Jervis, love. We had another quick post again after that. It was a picture of Brendan O'Carroll playing Mrs. Brown, and it's a screenshot of a headline on a digital newspaper thing. It says, Brendan O'Carroll reveals future of Mrs. Brown's Boys after plummeting ratings and calls for BBC comment. And it's just a picture of, and then there's a caption under the picture of Mrs. Brown, and it says, best female comedian, can't wait, love it, in capital letters, love it, and an exclamation mark. Very enthusiastic. We had on New Year's Eve then, 2024, it was a screenshot of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, And the caption was, would love, LUV, to be on this podcaster. PODCASTE. My fav, Joe Rogan. Please, PLS, bring me on your podcaster. Hardest working actor. So, hardest, WERKING actor. So, we can see now a pattern that Pat Custard is a fan of Gervais. Mrs. Brown, who he doesn't seem to have noticed, is just Brendan O'Carroll playing Mrs. Brown. He thinks that she's a real stand-up comedian. We have on 1st of January, so he really went into 2025 very enthusiastic about doing comedy. He's putting out his favourite custard dishes, his favourite comedians as he calls them. And then we see an application screenshot of a picture of So You Think You're Funny, which is one of the biggest stand-up comedy competitions in the UK. And Comedy Custard has shared this. And the location is Cliffs Maher, Ireland. Picture of the So You Think You're Funny logo with a few people underneath it. And then Comedy Custard, the caption is, Happy New Year, YERE. Goal to win this comp on 20,025. So he's tried to write 2025 but wrote 20,025. This be an amazing opportunity. Need a mentor, please. Command if you want to mentor me. So he's looking for a bit of coaching from our experienced stand-ups. 1st of January. I'm just giving you an example to give you a flavour of Custard. It's a screenshot again of Jimmy Carter. Former President Jimmy Carter lived in a 167,000 house. And Comedy Custard has written underneath, Jimmy Carter, Carter, CARTTER, RIP, gone too soon. Nice man and the good stand-up actor. Now, I think this is the first incident where we see the term stand-up actor, ACTER. And this proves to be a new phrase that Pat Custard uses then, going forward. The next ones are, he's obviously having a health kick at the start of 2025. It's a picture of a plate of potatoes and some broccoli and some extremely horrible mushy peas. And it's lovely, in capitals, LUVLY, healthy meal, MEALE 2025, love it, LUVIT. Custard is on a health kick. The next one is a picture of some light crumble. It's a light crumble with custard. And Comedy Custard has commented on this picture. He's in Tala now. It says Tala underneath it. So whoever's doing this is switching locations. They've gone from the cliffs of Moher to Tala now. It's a picture of some light crumble. And Comedy Custard says, ate this as part of my weight loss journey. And weight is spelled WAIT. Journey is spelled JOURNY. Not very nice. Tastes funny. Maybe out of dates. And it is dated 23rd of November. It is in fact a month and a half out of date. About 6 weeks out of date. So then we see a picture of a really shoddy gym. A really blurry picture of a gym. It looks like someone's shed, someone's garage. And Pat has written under it, in gym today, on weight loss journey, getting ready for first FIERSTE stand-up acting perform 20,205. Obviously he meant 2025. Yes, love it. And then we have our first comment from a real person. Our first comment from an actual comedian. Ben Verth, Scottish guy, lovely guy, great comedian. Ben Verth says, I'm sorry, so funny. Please go onto the page and look at this after. Or you can scroll through with me here if you want. Sweet ass gym setup, Ben Vert says. Sweet ass gym setup you have there, bro. No stopping you in this new year. Hell yeah. And we have a reply from Pat Custard to Ben Vert saying, Yus, brother. Brotha. Yes, Yus, YUSS, brother. Tink, TNK for support and mentorship. SUPORT. So Ben Barrett is, it seems now, Pat Custard's mentor. There's a bit of meal prepping then. Then we have a picture of Pat has got 58 followers and has taken a screenshot of that and said, wow, so many followers. Can't believe it. Stand up actor dreams come through. THRU. Yes, in capitals. And this is the music attached to that.
You have to be relentless. You have to never let off the gas, never stop, never quit. Never allow anyone to talk you out of the dream, the vision, and ideas. And understand that for every level, there's another devil. It is the devil's job to create challenges, issues, and conflicts, insecurities, fear, because he wants to put you to a test.
That is
but I can tell you now,
going for it.
I piss the devil off every day because I just, you have to be relentless.
Pat is going for it. Pat Custard at this stage has an exercise bike. It's in the picture. Is eating healthy meals, light apple crumble, and has 58 followers. And his stand-up actor dreams are coming through. We then see a picture of, it's a cover of some M&S food, custard, and it's early 9:30 a.m. Start reaching my goals. Yes, yes. So he's obviously up at 9:30. Everything is spelt wrong here. He spelt goals. He meant to say early 9:30 a.m. start reaching my goals. Yes. Instead he wrote reach E-ing, E-I-N-G, my goals. Now, another big development in the story of Pat Custard is 6th of January. So this is a week since he's burst onto the scene. It's a picture, a poster for Custard Comedy Club, CLUBE, with the stage is waiting for you. Coming soon, SOONE, 2025. Beat stand-up actors in Ireland. Custard comedy. And we have in the caption 20,025. Coming soon. Need venue, please. Venue spelled VENU. If you have teether in Ireland, friends, let me know. Yes, love it. So teether, I think TEETHER. He means theatre there. Coming soon. Need venue, please. If you have teether in Ireland, friends, let me know. Not now, now. So Custard is starting his own club. Then we have oh my god. So it's a picture. The next post is a picture of a very large tuxedo, and it's from when you press products on Google, it looks like, and it's a big and tall suits for men's plus size suits, business. So this is the first clue of Pat Custard's physique. He's a very large man. So this gets a few likes. I mean, other stand-up comedians are liking this. We have the only funny German, Daniel Lucas, Robbie Wilde, Chris McShane, Keane Darcy, and they've all liked this. Comedy Custard said, preparing my first stand-up actor performance. Yes! Where is Interclub? Wanna perform there tonight? Yes, lovely. Let's go. So he doesn't know where the club is, but he's going. And at this stage, I remember being around the open mic scene, and people are like, "Is Pat Custard coming tonight?" Like, it was getting out into real life. It was like people are looking at each other. There was high levels of paranoia and distrust almost at the time. There was suspicion in the air around the Cheeky Monkey Comedy Club. People are like, "Who is it?" And they're waiting for Pat Custard to walk in. Everybody's looking at this. And remember, nobody's getting involved because they don't want Pat Custard to start asking them to be their mentor, or to ask them about a venue or something. We have a picture of some spaghetti with gravy on it and sweet corn and mayonnaise and potatoes. So he has declared, weight loss journey dinner today, no stand-up performance tonight. Tonight has an E at the end of it. Thanks for stand-up performance diet tips. Yes, lovely. PC. It's here where we first see the sign-off. So he starts signing off with PC here. And I remember he was responding to a few things I'd put out on Instagram. He was really starting to mix with the other comedians. Now, we have then we get an insight into one of Pat's favourite stand-up comedians here, Anthony Jeselnik, and it's a picture of Anthony Jeselnik. He had just released a stand-up special, and Comedy Custard has put this song up and put his location for this post as Madison Square Garden.
Looking at me or not, you probably smile like that all the time. I don't mean to bother you, but I couldn't just walk by.
This is over a picture of Anthony Jeselnik.
Not say hi.
Stand up.
And I know your names. Everybody in here knows your name. You're not looking for anything right now, so I don't wanna come on strong. Don't get me
This is probably the first glimpse into maybe Pat Custard's love life preferences. Maybe. The picture of him. Okay. It's quite a romantic song, and the picture of Anthony Jeselnik, and in the caption we see Antony Antoeknee Jeselnik, best stun-up actor performance ever, in capital letters. I want to be just to like him. Juste. Please. APLEASEE. Please, would love to meet. MEAT. Yes, love it. He kind of says that a lot. Yes, love it. And then we have Dan does a funny. It's Dan O'Farrell. He's commented underneath it. Thanks, Pat. I'll give him a watch. And Pat has responded to that, saying, yes. Pat's getting excited now. He's starting his journey. Then we have a couple more. A picture of Ambrosia. Then we have another post where it's a screenshot of his follower count, and now he's up to 78 followers. And we have another motivational song here. Actually, it's he says, wow, 78 followers, FOLWERS, can't believe it, on my way to Joe Rogan podcast, yes, love it. We have some more motivational.
When the going get tough, the tough get going.
This plays over
You want it in your spirit.
a screenshot of his 78 followers.
When you want it, it will happen. You gotta want it as bad as you want to be.
Custard wants it. Weight loss journey.
I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish.
He's feeling it. He's on his bike.
What I can do, what I can be, what I can have.
All his peers are starting to acknowledge him. Things are going well. Now, the next one is... It's a screenshot of the matron A, is that what you call it? The waiter from First Dates Ireland. I forget his name. I actually walked by Grogan's one day. He was having a pint in there, reading the paper. Fair play to him. About 7 or 8 years ago. So it's a picture of him with the RTE logo on it, and Pat Custard has declared, would love to be on this show. Please, at RTE1. He's tagged RTE1. How can I get on the next episode? First Dates would boost my stand-up actor career. Would boost my stand-up actor career 100%. Present. Very good actors on this show. And then we go into capitals. My five, yes, live it. Good night, PC. Signs off. We have another dinner there. Now it's been tagged. His posts are being tagged in the location of RD, County Louth. And that's 2 of them. RD, County Louth, and I'm starting to think, is he in Louth? He's a Louth man. It makes sense when you read his accent in a Louth accent. It does make sense. He has a bit of inspirational stuff then on 12th of January. Don't block all your haters. Leave 1 or 2 so they can report back to headquarters. It's a picture of Cillian Murphy. It's a real inspiring one. Alright, you get the gist anyway, but I'm going to give you a couple more. I mean, it's a picture of Jimmy Carr, famous English stand-up comedian, legend in the stand-up game. And Pat Custard has put a picture of him up, and under it has said, "Yes, Jiminy Carr, love it." Love him. Jimny Carr. Love him. Best stand-up actor. Edgy comedian. Love it. EDJY. Some of these must be just typos. I don't know, but very, very bad at spelling. He's inspired by... He likes a bit of edgy stuff. You can see he's shared Ricky Gervais, Jiminy Carr, Anthony Jeselnik, I think he called him. What did he call him in that one? Yes, Anthony Jeselnik. So you can see who some of his favourites are now. We see then a picture of the International Bar as the next post, and he's put a caption of it. This is where the weekly open mic is on a Monday evening, by the way. The Cheeky Monkey open mic. If anyone ever fancies doing stand-up, by the way, if you ever wanted to try it, this is the place. 7 o'clock, you sign up at 6:30 every Monday in the basement of the International Bar in Dublin. But Comedy Custard has put a picture up of the bar and said, "Couldn't make Cheeky Monk in Inter Bar tonight. Good luck to all fantastic STICK comedians friends tonight." It's just so funny. I've never seen anything like it. And look, to anybody that doesn't know about this, I mean, I'm telling you about it. I have to read these out. It's just for context of what's coming. I hope that listening to it is not too tedious. I hope I'm describing it well enough. It's hard trying to describe a fake profile, or is it fake? We don't know. But it's a picture of a pizza with sweet corn, ham, pepperoni on it. And the caption is, "Homemade pizza. PEETSA. Yes, love it." And then Uggs for breakfast the next day. Then we have a picture of Jimmy Kimmel with the caption, "Jiminy Kimmel talking about Trump. Very good stand-up actor." We then see on 20th of January, in the first 3 weeks, he's grown in popularity, and the word is spreading at this point. I mean, so far at this point it's January 2025, and everybody's talking about Custard out in the real world. I'm telling you, everybody's still suspicious. And he has screenshotted here that he now has 106 followers. Picture of a trifle now as his profile picture at this point. Custard Comedy is his profile bio. Custard Comedy Club, stand-up comedian actor. So he celebrated having 106 followers by, yes, like I say, sharing a picture of it. Then he says, "Yes, everyone wants some custard with their apple tart. Thanks to new blah 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 lures. Love it." He has then some pictures, his new professional photos, headshots. It's just him diving out of a bowl of custard, him laying in a bowl of custard, custard dribbling all over his avatar. He has now there's a big update then in 21st of January. It's a screenshot of the Tinder app, and he's wondering, does anyone know how to use this website, Timber? Looking for it. Look, LOOKEING. Looking for a bit of company for Valentine's Day. VALANTHINES Day, DAYE. PC. He signed off. Anyone know how to use this website, Timber? Looking for a bit of company for Valentine's Day. At this point, I'm convinced it's RD. He's added a song to this one as well. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. Alright. So Pat is looking for love now. And we get an update then in the 4th week of January. It's a picture of him, an avatar, his fat, very fat avatar, laying on the ground, face down. You can see the monk's cap. And he declares, "Gained weight on my weight loss journey. Too much carvari and apple tart maybe." Carvery, I think he meant. Too much carvery and apple tart. Picture of a massive roast dinner then on the next one. Carvery in different pub. PUBBE. Yick. Too many peas. PEES. And no apple tart and custard. He's fuming that this Carvery is not giving him his apple tart and custard. We then have the latest follower count, and it's gone up to 124. And so it's a screenshot, 124 followers, and the caption is, "Wow, had a gowl, a GOWL. I had a gowl to get 124 followers. Can't believe it. Dreamed since a child to be an influencer." INFLEWINSER. Dreamed since a childe. THILDE. To be influencer. Yes! He's delighted with himself. We have then some comments underneath. Thanks, Keeg, for support. So whoever liked it, he's calling them out. That would be Keego, I'd say. And thanks, Dan. And is that a sausage? For support. I'll have to look at the likes here and see who that is. We don't have a sausage there. I don't know what he's talking about. We then have next one is a screenshot of the Kill Tony podcast, and he has said, "Love watching Kill Tony, favourite TV show. Would love to perform at Kill Tony. Yes." Picture of some low-fat custard is the next post. It's really bad photography. It's Tin Lizzy, Boys Are Back in Town as the soundtrack to this one. Trade low-fat custard today. Yick. Never again. PC. And then we have the entrance of... So this is now a month in. It's 2nd of February now, 2025. And we have another profile coming into the mix called Whistleblower. And Comedy Custard has... So obviously Whistleblower has liked this picture of the custard. And Comedy Custard has commented, "Hi Wesel." It's WESLBLOWER. And it's a guy in a trench coat, and you can't see who it is. That's the profile picture. "Hi Wes. Thanks for support in my stand-up actor journey. PC." Whistleblower responds, It's Wesel and I will find out what's what in this entire bloody charade." Custard responds, at Wesel, "Nice to meet you, Wiz." WIZ. "Do you run a comedy club?" Whistleblower responds, "I know what you're up to." So we have a picture. The next one is a picture of an A4 page with the words Custard, CUSTHARD, and apple tart on it. And the caption says, "Wrote some jocks last night. JOCKES. Think it's going to be very good material. Yes. Gonna smash it. PC." Next we see a pint of custard. Yes. It's the most disgusting looking pint of liquid I've ever seen. I can't get enough of this. It's unbelievable. RD County Loud has come up again here, by the way. So, another one. They're just classics. It's a picture of a measuring tape with about 14 centimetres on it and some custard spilled beside it. And underneath it, Pat Custard has put a caption saying, Hi all, the recipe says 200ml. Is this right? Not good at following recipe books. BUCKS. Following recipe books. PC. We then get the next update, 8th of February 2025, 133 followers. What? Wow. So many new followers. Can't believe it. Yes. Love being an influencer, even when there's bullies. So people are bullying Pat Custard now, by the looks of it. I think he's reacted here to the threats from Whistleblower. I don't know. Yeah. He's looking for a day for Valentine's Day as well. There's a few posts. He's put out a little call here. It's a picture of him giving the love hearts and the lovey eyes, and it's like his avatar with all love heart stuff, and he's just, you can tell that he's very much wanting to be in love. And I see Robbie Wilde is liking a lot of his posts. He's a good guy following Custard's journey. And he's put out a message here. He's desperate for some company, a bit the company as he calls it, on Valentine's. So he's put out his little pictures here, and underneath he says, Hi Al. Want a first date for Valentine's Day? Friday, any lovely ladies want to go for a carvery? CARVRY. And bit the apple tart. Get in touch. Very hard to find a good looking woman, because good looking women only go out with good looking men. Thanks, PC. So he's putting the call out there. Unfortunately, there's no responses. Maybe his DMs were full. Picture of some broccoli covered in custard. He's fueling up for his stand-up performance. Then we have a picture of Bill Burr, and he's just simply put, Billy Blur, very good stand-up actor. It's February 2025 at this stage, the 12th. Very cold today. Lovely pot of custard to keep warm. WHIRM. PC. He's signing off now everywhere. Healthy breakfasts he's eating. He's putting up pictures of comedy clubs, pictures of rice pudding. Back on his weight loss journey. So he's gone up and down here. And Then it's 26th of February 2025, and he announces podcast. Big podcast announcement. Comedy Custard, new podcast coming soon. Can't wait. Yes. Anyone know how to start a podcast, please? And I have new look too, new beard. Yes, love it. And he's got the avatar has changed to a little schmig goatee here, and he's punching the air and the stars in the background. He's very excited about his new podcast. He's eating custard and bananas there. Then we have a picture of Madison Square Garden in March 2025. Madison Square Garden. Would love to perform here, maybe next year. And we have Anne-Marie Brie showing her support. You got this, P-Cuss. So, and this has all been talked about on the Irish comedy open mic scene around the clubs as Pat would call them. And I'm getting suspected, but it's not me. It's not me. We have another picture of Jiminy Core, which is Jimmy Carr. He's now put the logo of the International Comedy Club up, and he says, very tired after a busy BISY weekend performing at the Inter Club. Very good comedy club, PC. So now he's performing, apparently. We see then his first. At the time, there was a little trend going around of people doing AI version characters of themselves as a toy, like a toy you'd get as like a wrestler or something in a box. And he has one here of himself, and it's him in a woman's dress, a very short skirt with high heels on, and a loud jersey. Pint of custard, a microphone, and some heels. It's very strange. We then get the first 23rd of April 2025. It's a picture of Pat Custard, and he's not happy. He has put in large print on the post, lots of nasty bullies on Thus website. WEBSIGHTE, all very jealous of me. So he's getting bullied. He's not looking happy in the picture. There's lightning strikes behind his head, and he's really not happy there. His eyes look psychotic almost. And he is getting some support out in the comments. I've actually said there, would you like to do my podcast, Pat? And he responded at danstevens.comedy. Yes, Dan, DANNE. Diff, 100 present. 100. No bullshit, he says. No bullshit. Anne-Marie Brie says, don't mind them, Pat. They're just Gilas. And Comedy Custard said, thanks for support. And nice moment there. We then have another. It's just so many twists and turns with Pat Custard. We have another post of James Surgeoner podcast with special guest Pat Custard. James Surgeoner is a Canadian comedian, very, very good comedian. He was based in Cork, and he has declared that he's very excited to be on Thus podcast. Canadian Joe Rogan, Jimbo Surgeon Ginger. We discuss weight loss journey, country loud, and stand-up acting. Thanks to my agent, the only funny German, getting me on Thus podcast. Yes, love it. And we have the only funny German, Daniel Lucas, fantastic comedian, great guy. For all Pat Custard booking inquiries, please contact me, his new agent. So he now has an agent. The only funny German, Daniel Lucas. Things are going well for Pat. He performs at Raiders. He's after learning how to edit now. He's putting together reels and videos of him, doing the ambassador. He says he's doing in Stitches. He's in the Cracked. He's everywhere. He's supporting Chris Kent. He's headliner everywhere. He's really declared now. He's on top. He's doing his own show. He has a whip, which is a work in progress. He's announced his work in progress. He has a recommendation on his poster from. It says very good stand-up actor, Clinky Minky. I think that's the cheeky monkey. Headliner Al Week, Alweak, from the Interclub. That's the International, I think. Then he has Vicar Street written on it, Vicker, plus special guests, Speshil. Very special. We have Lemony Ricketts, who says the Interclub fully endorses Mr. Custard. The Only Funny German, his new agent, has said, happy as your agent to have booked a place as big as Vicar Street for the whip, for the work in progress. And Comedy Custard responds, the Only Funny German, very good agent, Dan, and mentor too. So he has an agent and mentor. Things just keep getting better for him. He's now declared that he's headliner all month in Edinburgh. And there's a picture of him in a tiny miniskirt. He's absolutely spilling out of a tank top. He is wearing high heels, as seen on Tommy Tergin show. So he's now been on the Tommy Tergin show. Winner of Best Stand-Up Actor competition 2025. Very good friend, Timmy Tergin. This is what they're all saying about him. And then he has his big break. He is on the Joe Rogan Experience. He has a picture of himself on the Joe Rogan Experience. And he declares, I've been in America doing all the stand-up comedy shows, headliner all month, doing very well in America, they say, killing. Dream come true. But have to leave because I have no visa. ICE throwing me out. So sad. No. Stand up. Hashtag President Trump. And he's thanking everybody for liking. We have Dan Does a Funny, a great supporter of his, coming in with great to see you're still hustling. And then his last, we don't see anything then. After he's on the Joe Rogan Experience, he disappears. And he has said first year being a stand-up actor, was headliner all week. Amazing performing all over Dublin and even America. Till Trump deported me. Can't wait for 2025 New Year. All the festivals, headliner all week. Yes. I think he meant 2026 there, but then that's his last post. That was Custard's last post. We did have some stories. I hope this has been, it's obviously I'm describing stuff here, but he's it's clear to me that I think he was definitely looking for a woman on his journey. He's lonely. He was never rumbled. Nobody ever found out who Pat Custard really was until I found out. I know who Pat Custard is. Pat Custard, the person responsible for the creation of Pat Custard, is known to me and has revealed themselves to me. So I know who it is, and there's going to be an exclusive reveal on the Dan Stevens Show. Very, very excited to announce that. This person has agreed to reveal themselves. So I will be recording that episode in the coming days. Pat Custard has been a thorn, a nice thorn in people's sides. I mean, I found him to be absolutely hilarious. His stand-up journey, just unbelievable. His outfits, there was some stories I remember he was in some very provocative outfits. He's really experimenting and finding himself. But he did cause a lot of confusion on the stand-up comedy scene. And Everybody loves a mystery, so that's why I decided to do my best to bring this mystery to a close. Pat Custard will be revealed on the next episode of the Dan Stevens Show, so don't forget to follow on Spotify and share with anyone you think might be interested in the curious case of Pat Custard. YouTube, like, subscribe, share. Apple, rate 5 stars, follow, all that stuff. Wherever you're listening, thank you very much. Be back next week. Remember, it's only one episode per week for a while. I'm going to Edinburgh next week, but I will be keeping in touch from there. Very busy times ahead. Join me next week for the exclusive reveal of the person who is behind Pat Custard. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. All the best, good luck.